My dad says there's something wrong about the car.
Oh geez, look at this. Oh geez. Oh, look at the run there.
Oh.
There's a big run. Oh wow. The belt is all wet. See, there's coolant over here.
Yep.
So something at the back of the engine. And it could be a water pump or gasket or something.
The 911 is in the shop. The water pump is defective. Me and my dad will start it together, but he'll finish it alone. Let's do it. We need to take out the air filter in the belt to access the water pump.
Yes. And we just pull it out. So here's the defective water pump. You can hear the bearing is gone and seal. So that's why it's leaking. To drain the coolant, we need to remove this little plug. It's a T30 bit. So let's hope it's easy to remove. Oh yes. Looks like we will need to give it some air so it's gonna drain properly. Removing the coolant cap was not enough to give air. I had to open this valve right here, and that was it. Got my helper with me. So the problem here The nuts is not coming off the stud is coming out with the stud, with the nut. So the problem here, the nuts is not coming off the stud is coming out with the stud, with the nut. To loosen the back plate, we have to loosen the 4 nuts that's holding it. So there's one over here, one right here, and one about 4 inches above my finger. And there's one right here, about 7-8 inches above my finger. For this stud, was not able to loosen just the nut. The stud came out, so I had a hard time with this one. But should be okay, still in the thread. I'll be able to pull back the mounting plate to remove the water pump. If you look, there's no room at all in front of the water pump. There's less than 1/4 inch. So removing the pump, the impeller will not have enough room to go by the engine block. So to remove the water pump, there's 7 bolts. There's 3 accessible from down here, and I would say the 4 others are from the top. We need to be careful. The bolts are not all the same length. So now that we have the 4 bolts from the bottom removed, we still have those 3 right here to remove. This is 1, 2, and 3. we got all the bolts out. So let's try to loosen this. Oh, that was easy. So, water pump is loose, but it ain't coming down. So, we'll support the engine with the transmission jack. We'll move the mounting plate right here backward to have enough room to pull it out. Wow. The pump was changed before. They've used RTV Sealant. This was inside the pipe right here. I don't like RTV Sealant for those kind of gaskets. It goes everywhere in the cooling system and it could clog your radiator, heater core. I do have a heating problem inside the car. Not much heat coming out of the vent. So that's probably it. We'll do a coolant flush later. Let's clean this. Well, not this one, but this over here, and install the new one. So now let's clean this. We'll make sure it's very clean. No. Now it's all clean, no more RTV. Same time, I've cleaned the pipe here, removed the corrosion, prevents leakage. That's the old pump. Look how loose it is. Oh wow. Look at the impeller moving. So for the gasket, we're going to use RTV. No, we're not. We're going to be using a spray gasket. It's some kind of a fast drying adhesive sealant. This makes things easier when you, especially in tight space like this, when you want to put the water pump in place, it holds the gasket in place. So let's spray this. little tool here, very handy. Now that the engine is secured and safe, we'll drop this and we'll go do the 3 bolts remaining from top. put some pipe sealant for the plug right here. I'm gonna order a new hose. I'll change it later on. Bought new coolant, G40 coolant for the car. I wanted to put new coolant in, but because the coolant is so dirty, I don't want to put it in. I'm gonna put the old one in, do a good rad flush, coolant flush, rinse everything, same thing for the heater core, and then we'll put this one and hope for the best. This bucket was brand new, so clean. Look at all the residue inside. It's all dirty. So this is not going back in. No leak. Using the Bluedriver, I'm able to monitor the engine temperature, and from there, if it starts overheating and there's a hair pocket, I'll know. Right now it's at 57 degrees Celsius. The engine did reach pretty high temperature, but I was still monitoring it. It was still in safe range. It went up to 113, 114. Would have to look at the report. And then by revving it at some point, there was an air pocket. It went, and then the temperature dropped like at 88. So that was a fix.